All right. Well, hey, everybody. It's just about a minute or so before noon here in the East Coast. I'm calling you live here from North Myrtle Beach, actually, from my home office. And I guess while we're waiting for any guests to get on, hope you're having a great day. I'm just actually looking out on Tidewater Golf Course. There's golfers every direction I look, which is awesome. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I don't actually know the temperature. I've been working most of the morning here, but I know this morning it was beautiful when I was walking the dogs. So hopefully you all are having a great morning as well. Um, Depending on the questions that we may or may not get, I wanted to also just take this time to tell you that we're going to touch on a couple of items that we've been talking about over the last several weeks in some of the other classes that you may or may not have attended. So we'll hit on a couple of items there. Today, unfortunately, Sue Lucas will not be with us. She is, I think, out having some fun. And she'll be back with us next Friday. So you're not stuck with just me moving forward. So Sue will be back next week, which is going to be great. We're going to miss her this week. And it looks like I just looked over and my clock on my computer just switched over to 12 noon. So we are going to be ready to start. It was actually really fun. I think it was last week we did the class live from the CCAR where they had the LeaderCast event. And it was a great event. If you never attended one before, I highly recommend you try and attend one in the future. I really enjoyed it. Some of the speakers, of course, you would recognize most of them, but the content and some of the information they shared, I just thought was absolutely fantastic. So, since right this moment we don't have any questions, I'm just going to jump in on a couple of topics that have been covered and just, I guess, explain a couple things because I've been getting a lot of questions after QFF from people who haven't been able to attend. But that's one of the reasons we do record the event. So that way people can come back and look at it at their leisure. I've had people asking me to email it to them and things like that. Well, one of the things you can do to make this a little bit easier for you, I'm just going to share my screen so you can kind of see let's see here. I think this is the one I want to, one second here. Where are we? I think this is the one I want to share. Let me just open that up. Yeah, so this is let me just widen that a tiny bit so you can see it a little bit better. This is the channel we set up for Quickfire Fridays, and it's only been up for a little bit of time. And one of the things I would just recommend you all do is just to subscribe to the channel. I'm currently logged in, so you can't, well, maybe it's on the right now. When you come here, there'll be a subscribe button anyway. I'd recommend you subscribe, and that way as the videos, this was the most recent one we did right here, and the ones we've done in the previous weeks are all the way down to here. So if you subscribe to the channel, it'll be your easiest way to get an email of when a new Quickfire Friday is completed. There's a couple of other ones here that I've added in. These were used yesterday in the CCAR webinar on how to get your videos made, found, and watched. I think I turned the title around a little bit, but these are two of the videos I was just showing these are the two videos. I was showing a product called Filmora, or a piece of software called Filmora, and another one called EasyVid. And these are the two videos from that. And I also talked about Animoto. And I got a lot of people after that webinar sending me requests for the webinar itself. And so I thought I would touch on that topic today a little bit in a little more detail so we can cover it again a little bit. And so let's see here. Let me stop sharing for a minute and let me get something set up on my computer. And we will see if we can make this share screen happen. Bear with me here. I didn't want to set this up right out the chute because I didn't want to have an issue with this thing crashing the webinar, and if it does, I apologize. I'm pretty confident it won't, but hey, you never know, right? You never know. Bear with me here. I'm just trying to open an app here on my phone. And it should occur just in a second. What I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through a little bit of what I showed with the Animoto app. There's a download that you can go to either the Play Store or the App Store in Android or the Apple Store, and download the Animoto app. And I believe that screen is working. So let's see if I can share that screen properly with you. Bear with me here. And let me try and share that. Let me try and share that screen. There we go. It's having a tiny bit of an issue, but I'm hoping that'll work. There we go. I think you can see that now. Sorry, I just dragged the screen a tiny bit bigger. It should come right back. Let me just show you. You're now looking at my the home screen of my smartphone. I have an Android, but the same would apply, obviously, if you have an iPhone. You're going to have an icon that looks just like this one right here. It says Animoto on it, and I'm just going to click on it. And I'm not here to impress you with how these videos look, because it was just a demonstration of the software itself and how easy it is to use. But just to give you the big picture, if you can basically take little video snippets with your phone or pictures with your phone, if you're good at that and comfortable doing that. When I say a video snippet, I'm saying things that can be 1 to 5 seconds long. As an example, if you were doing something that was demonstrating one of your new listings and you wanted to show off the home, you could take like little 1 second, 2 second or so little videos of each of the main parts of the house that you want to demonstrate. And literally in under between 15 and 30 seconds, you can give somebody a really, really good feel of what that home looks like. And this was just a video I made yesterday as an example in the class. And let me just hit play here. And I don't know if the sound will come through per se, but just want you to see. Let me turn the phone a little bit here. And again, that was just, a very, very quickie example. You could put in multiple images, multiple little video snippets, and create an entire video around a particular topic. So in this case, if we were going back to our example, we could absolutely create one that was a tour of a home using just your phone and the app itself, because that's how that particular one was created. And to show you the app and its simplicity, let me just tell you that you would, up at the very top bar, right up here in this section right here, you would click on the little arrow right there, and then you would come to a screen that looks like this. And this is where you basically start right here at the pencil, and the first thing that you want to do is change the style. And when you open that, it gives you a bunch of different style options. One of the ones you saw on the original page on the app when we originally logged in was this one, for example. And I'll just scroll through here a little bit so you can kind of see some of the different, and these are all just pre-made video slides that your videos and your pictures can play within. And so you just kind of have to play with these a little bit and see and find the ones that you like. I'll use this one. It's kind of popular. But when you click on one that you want to select, you then go up here and hit the arrow, and that's how you would select that particular choice. The next thing you would do is you would come in here and you would pick a song. And again, I don't know if you'll be able to hear the sound or not. If you can, you can, if you can hear that sound right now, you can certainly review songs that you know, that you like. And if you find a song you like, you know, you would then pick it like that. And so now we have the style and the song. And then the most important part, of course, is picking your videos and photos. And this is, again, some of the videos and photos I have in my phone. So I just grabbed the two most recent ones, but you can grab photos, and you can also come in and grab videos. So the important thing here is when you're going to use the app, you got to get all your photos and your videos first. And then when you're putting this all together, I use photos because they upload easier in a webinar with everything running. But you know, you would just pick, I'm just going to grab a couple of photos here just so you can see. I was at the grand opening of the Golfsmith store in North Myrtle Beach. So these don't have anything to do with real estate here. I'll put a real estate picture in there. That was from LeaderCast right there. And once you select all your pictures, and of course you can also select videos, you would then hit the check mark. And once you have all those, it'll upload them into the current video that you're creating. And then the next step is you want to add text. So when you do this, you would just say, I would recommend that you have an intro slide. You know, and here, this would be the intro title. This should be something that catches their interest and engages them. And of course, you can also say something else here. And once you have that, you click done. And you can take these things by just holding your mouse down on them. And for example, if you wanted that at the front as the first thing that shows up in the video, you put it at the front. You know, if this particular image here you wanted down here, you can slide that around. And I'll just do one more here. If you want to add another text option, let's just say the end. Oops. Just say the end slide. The outro, as some people like to call it. Here I would put your contact information and thanking people for connecting with you. You know, put your phone number, your name, your website address, email, things like that. And I'll just say that that's done just for purposes of our example. And that's automatically been put at the end. But you could put one of these slides in between each and every one of your little pictures here. Or if you had video snippets and pictures, you could, again, put it anywhere you'd like, before or after, as a kind of an explanation of what's coming up, that kind of thing. Now that we have, let's pretend that we have everything the way we want it, you would just simply hit the arrow on the top right hand corner, and it goes through preparing the video. And since it's a fairly short video, you'll see that it's just grabbing everything that I wrote in it. But all this other stuff is just part of the video, so it's kind of laying my stuff over it. And again, I'm not sure if you can hear the sound. We had a problem with that yesterday. If you can't, there is music playing in the background, but there's just an example. So if you can imagine that being little video snippets and pictures of a home, or maybe an area of Myrtle Beach that you wanted to show off, that would be an example of it. And then to produce it, you hit that button again, and it will produce the video. And I didn't put a title on it. Obviously you should, and you'd want to title that something around the phrase and or keywords that somebody might search for that property. In this case, it might be the address of the property, the city of Myrtle Beach, things like that. So I hope that helps. That's another example of just how to use Animoto. So let me switch over. Let me stop sharing this screen. And I'm back. I think you can probably see me again. And let me close that. Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore because I can share the rest since I'm not sharing from my phone. The other, there was another program I used called Filmora. This one, it will cost a little bit of money, but just to show that to you real quick. Let's give that a sec to load up. Filmora gives you a choice of different size of video you want to share. I would recommend you just stick with the 16:9. If you're not really comfortable using software, I would recommend you start with the, instead of the full featured, I would just start with the easy mode. And not sure why that stopped sharing, but let's go back. Share that again. So that's what the next page looks like, and you'll see it's a little bit similar. You're going to add your media files, and you would import or just drag them from your desktop on top of here, or import them from your computer hard drive, and you would input pictures. You would select a theme, music, and hit a preview, and then you can save and share to YouTube. I won't go through this one just to honor everyone's time. We try to keep these around 15 minutes to 20 minutes or so if we can. So since I'm not seeing any questions on it, I just wanted to give you a kind of an intro to that. And then the next, let me close that. And then the next panel I want to share with you is something called EasyVid. And my two favorites of the three I'm sharing with you is EasyVid and Animoto. I guess it depends a little bit on your personal tastes and kind of how you like to do your stuff. But that you should be now seeing hopefully the EasyVid screen. And this one doesn't have any cost whatsoever. They do ask or are open to donation, and I recommend it if you like the software. I really do, and I think it's an amazing piece of software that they operate completely off of donation. This was one of the examples I showed yesterday, and again, I don't know if you can hear the sound or not, but I'll play a little bit of it just so you can kind of get a feel for it a little bit. All right. Well, that was I just grabbed some video that was stored on my computer, and I spliced it and put some text in between. And this is a perfect example of where you could, with your, again, your smartphone or a video camera, however you like to take your video and your images, you could upload them into your computer and then build a video right here. And although these slides are already here as an example, to create a new project, you would start here. To load a project, you would start here. And once you have everything for that particular project, you would click this button way at the end here. It says add pictures or video, and then you would upload it. You can see it still has the video that I pulled in yesterday. So let me just pull that one in again, just so you can kind of see what it originally looked like and what it looks like when it first shows up in your project, I should say. It'll take a second. It is a video, so I think it's about a 30-second video. So it'll just take a second. But that's what it came in like originally, and you can see it's broken up into several pieces. Now, let me just show you a couple of quick tips. When you click on it, you can then drag this. I'm not sure what they're calling this in this program, but you can drag the bar along here, and let's say that was the exact point you wanted to split this. If you right click on that and you hit split, it'll split it at that point. And then, so that's how you can make multiple sections of it. Another neat thing is, let's say you uploaded a bunch of videos and these were just individual snippets here of little videos, but you had something at the beginning of that video that you really, maybe that you didn't start talking right away, or you paused. You can click on the ends and drag the bar in a little bit and erase the part that you don't want, or maybe there's something at the end you don't want, or maybe there's something in the middle you don't want. Well, if that's the case, you know, you can magnify this and you know, make it, drag it out a little bit, find the exact spot that you want to, where you want to erase some stuff, split the file right there, and then, you know, click on that end if that's where the extra stuff is, and erase that little piece, for example. Adding text, real easy. You just click that little button right there and you just start typing, you know, what you want to say. You can change the background color. Like if you wanted the back of this to be that color, and you wanted the typing to, let's see, be black, or you wanted white as an example, you can change the font. This is the one I used in the example you're seeing down here. And then once you have what you want, you hit finish. And again, if I drag my mouse over, or drag this bar over it, you'll see that's what that particular slide looks like. But again, if I click on this, I can drag that and put it wherever I want. I can put it right at the front if that happened to be the intro slide, for example. And I just think, if with just a little bit of thought on the purpose of the video that you're creating, going out and getting the pictures and the video snippets that you want to use for that video, you simply upload them here, add in your text slides in between, or however you choose to do that. I would highly recommend a minimum of an intro and an outro. And then the last feature of this that I think is just rock star cool is there's a record voice feature. And when you click this, it starts recording from wherever you're currently, you had the cursor started up until the end of the entire project. So as an example, if I brought that back to the beginning, let me just clear this recording. All I did was right click and say clear recording. It'll just take a sec for that to happen. Hopefully. Come on, stop. Oh, I forgot to hit the confirm up there. Sorry, up at the top, there's a little confirm button. I did that yesterday too. So if this was at the beginning, here's an example. I'll just make this up, but if I hit record, well, welcome to our wildlife video on some of the amazing sights and sounds that we have seen on our journeys. This happens to be the horses running the beaches of Myrtle Beach, as an example. I'm just going to stop there, but you can see I recorded that section. And if you wanted to, I could hit it again and then pick up from where I left off. So you can kind of do it in steps, kind of get your thought around what you want to say from here to here, say it, hit the stop button. If you don't like it, erase it, re-record it. And then you can literally piece together an entire video. And then once you got it the way you like it, title it appropriately, put in your description, select the type of video that it is, put some keywords in there. You can include music, etc. right up there. The first time you do this, you'll have to log into your YouTube channel. But once you're ready, then you would just hit upload to YouTube, and lo and behold, it'll show up there. So I hope that showed you a little bit. Honestly, for me, that's my personal favorite of the three. If I had to pick second, I would go Animoto, and third would be Filmora. It used to be higher for me, but I just think for the cost that they're asking for, in my opinion, EasyVid, I think, is actually better. So last thing I want to share with you is, I think, this page. Hope I'm grabbing the right one. Let me open that on my end too, so I can see what I'm doing. I just wanted to point this out so that you know that the YouTube channel is, if you're up here and you search for Quick Fire Fridays, I think that's how I have it set up or titled. Some other people use it for other things as well, but we're pretty new to the game, so you know, we've only had things up for a short period of time. Some of these other ones a little bit longer, but you'll start seeing some of our videos in here, and these will move up as we do more and more SEO with them. So that's one way to find the channel, to subscribe to it. So you know, you can select any one of these, and then of course watch that particular video, and then click right on my name there, and you can hit the subscribe button. The other thing I wanted to show you was our Facebook page for MB Buzz, and this is the place to come. Let me just erase that. This is the place to come to get. This is where I post all the Quickfire Fridays information. We, of course, share a lot of other information that we believe is helpful to our clients in regards to realtors and business people who want some great information. We share that all here. This is a little video snippet. Snippet, it's actually about 10 minutes long. I did on a summary of some of what you just saw today. It was a kind of an overview of the entire 1-hour presentation we did with Coastal Carolina Association of Realtors yesterday. So hopefully, if you get a chance, you can click that. It'll come over to the same channel. And it was all about how to get your real estate videos created, found, and watched. So that being said, hey, we've gone a little over. We're right at about the 25-minute mark. So I'm going to stop her there. Didn't have any questions today, etc. But hope you enjoy this video when you get a chance to watch it. And we will talk to you soon. Don't forget to send your questions and comments straight to me through our Facebook page or via my email at pierre@mbuzz.com. We will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.